located in between the Indian Ocean and the South Pacific Ocean. Australia is mainly low plateaus sectioned off by rugged mountain ranges. There are tropics located in the northern part of Australia. In the south, there are forests and mountains. The current population is 22,507,617 people. That is 3 people per kilometer. Australia's industrial capacity increased 80.52% in March 2015. The major industry is forestry. Throughout Australia, there are about 1,100 mills producing sawn timber mainly used for structural manufacturing. Australia is the largest exporter of coal, iron, lead, diamonds, and zinc, the second largest exporter of gold and uranium, and the third largest exporter of aluminum. In 2012, there was an estimated 16.6 million vehicles registered. People with cars traveled an estimate of 232,453 million kilometers in 2012. 83% of people in Australia use internet. There are about 30,200,000 people with cell phones.
One major issue is construction on nature. The government does nothing about it because if people build things, then the government will make more money. There have been 7.8 million homes built on land in Australia, causing citizens to be crowded and animals to lose habitats. Nearly 140 Australian animals lost their habitats due to people building houses. This impacts animals and humans both ways. People will have homes, but the animals won't. This could kill off some species. Globalization impacts this because it gives more opportunities to build homes, and yes, that's good sometimes, but sometimes it's too much, meaning it kills nature and animals that live in nature. And in just the past 6 months alone, there have been over 20 community workshops building nature homes using earthship, earth bags, straw bale, cob, light earth, and bamboo methods, meaning some people are trying to help by having a place for the animals that get their habitats taken away because of human activity.
Another issue in Australia is overfishing. It's basically what it is, fishing too much. This HEI is water type, in which the government is doing nothing to stop. The government is not doing anything to stop it because fish are Australia's major food source, so of course they wouldn't. It impacts people in the world as a whole because fish stocks are decreasing and its species are being overfished, which isn't good for the population. People have also learned to adapt to fishing for their life in Australia. Overfishing also impacts globalization. Globalization is the spread of things, right? Well, Australia's ships are fish. Therefore, that's impacting globalization. It's not necessarily people being impacted by this unless it came to extinction, but it's more the fish. And this is an issue for them. Overfishing is a driving pressure that has done devastating impacts on the coral reefs.
Another issue in Australia is the pollution of land, air, and water. The government is trying to stop it somewhat, but to completely stop it, they would have to shut down the factories. The government doesn't want to shut down factories because they make plenty of profit because of them. This is an issue because people can't do anything in polluted water or land. Also, it's not healthy for people to be breathing in air that is polluted. Statistics show that more than 30% of Australia's agricultural land is considered severely degraded, meaning that it's hard for farmers to farm on polluted land because the soil isn't as good as a place that isn't polluted. Australia's environment ministers have agreed to work towards establishing a national clean air agreement to try to help pollution in the air.
Another issue is immigration. This isn't just an issue in Australia, but in many other countries. This is a land type HEI which the government does try to fix. Although they have laws regarding immigration, people do it illegally every day. This impacts citizens because there's a lot more people, meaning the immigrants are taking away Australian jobs. Not only are they taking Australian jobs, but they're taking Australian opportunities also. Like said, this doesn't only affect Australia, it affects the world. This is happening everywhere, every day. Globalization also impacts this as well. Since 1945, 6 million people have came to Australia as newcomers, and they have also received over 900,000 migrants during the 1990s, meaning people have came and gone from Australia, which has been caused by globalization.
A solution to destroying habitats in the landscape because of construction is slow down on building, and when you do build, put it on less habitable areas. If you do build where there are habitats, make sure you give animals other places to live. If you can't do that, then go build your houses and hotels elsewhere. A solution to immigration is to enforce stricter laws and have more security so people can't illegally get through the borders.